Hello, trading is closed on June 17th, 2020. We'll go over our calls. Look for the pattern with the early high. This is it. Tomorrow also has the early high. We said the common is two things, a gap and a prompt move outside the day's range. Next most common is close, it'll change and move big the next day. We gapped and promptly move outside the range. We also closed, it'll change, which I defined as 4 points or less, so we did that. Well, that's what commonly happens, and according to what typically happens when you close a little change here is next day should have a big move. During the day, we got buy signals here, a MEJT +3 buy signal, described in my book. Also an ultimate signal, and that worked immediately. Still have the same concern I had yesterday. We have an ability to close over these highs. And the other side of the coin is this pattern typically closes near its low. When it does not, it leads to higher prices. So once again, we have conflicting signals. Most common is a gap and prompt move outside the day's range. It's pretty unlikely we close, it'll change again. Tomorrow's pattern has the early high, doesn't mean you won't gap down. Mixed signals. Here are the calls for next week. Far and away, I expect the gap and the prompt move outside the day's range. And as we said yesterday, if the gap is down, there's a potential for a big drop, but if we gap up and take out recent highs, then support's held. And even though I don't think this is a very healthy pattern here, I think the more often you knock on the door, this line, the more likely it is that the door opens and you fall through it. But until that happens, no rule is broken if you gap up and take out these highs. So tomorrow's open, I think, tells the story. If the open doesn't clear these highs or these lows, be aware it could be a false move, because you really want it to be convincing and clear to break out of the pattern. So tomorrow, we look for most likely a gap and a prompt move outside the day's range. I think the odds favor the gap being down, but it is to lock, and I don't predict what will happen overnight. Tomorrow has the early high, and that's today's call.